Hi friends, I'm Peggy with Hormone Therapy Hub. Over the past 18 months, I've been on a personal mission to test and compare as many online HRT providers as possible. It all began with Winona, the first platform I tried, which started me on their estrogen progesterone cream and DHEA tablets. Fast forward to today, and now I'm on my sixth provider, Oestra by Inner Balance. Each online provider has offered something different, and now it's time to dive into how these two, Winona and Oestra, how do they stack up? So perimenopause and menopause aren't for the weak. I'm certain most men would rather die than go through what we experience during this time in our lives. In the fall of 2019, I was at my heaviest weight. I was experiencing hot flashes, night sweats, and boy, was I moody. I'm lucky that my husband was so patient and caring during this time. In December of that year, I found what I now refer to as my diet doctor, and he prescribed to me bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, and it allowed me to lose a few pounds. And then once COVID hit and he and I started meeting via Zoom, it became very clear to me that HRT for perimenopause and menopause symptoms could easily be done via telehealth. There was really no need to drive 45 minutes to the doctor's office, to spend 8 minutes with him, only then to drive 45 minutes back home. And then if and when blood work or labs are needed, those orders can be sent to a testing facility close to where you live, and then the results shared with both yourself and your doctor. When my diet doctor insisted that I start seeing him in person, I went on a quest to find an HRT provider who offered online telemedicine care. Winona was the first company I stumbled upon and the first online HRT I tried. The diet doctor had me on a troche, which is a tablet that melts under your tongue and gets absorbed by the mucus in your mouth. I knew going into my new relationship with Winona that I wanted to try a topical cream in lieu of a pill. Winona doesn't require any type of startup fee. It's free to create an account and begin communicating with a Winona doctor or clinician. They also don't require that you take time out of your day to meet one-on-one with one of their hormone replacement therapy specialists. Once I created my account, I received a message via their patient portal from my assigned HRT specialist, and we began to communicate about my symptoms and what medications I was currently on. The Winona clinician suggested that I try their estrogen progesterone topical cream and then also DHEA pills to help with stimulation of testosterone. I had already put my HSA credit card on file when I created my Winona account, so once I approved the order, they sent my prescription to their partner compounding pharmacy, and within 7 days, my prescription was delivered to my front door. Yep, it was that easy. Winona's HRT cream should be applied topically to an area of skin that is free of hair follicles, excluding your face or your breasts. They recommend using the forearms because you can rub them together to avoid getting the cream on your hands. But the inner thigh is also a good option. Make sure the chosen area is clean, dry, and free of lotions or oils, as that can prevent the cream from penetrating into your skin. It's been 18 months that I've been experimenting with different online HRT providers and products. My list is up to 5 providers: Winona, Midi Health, MyMenopauseRx, Aloy, and Joy Women's Wellness. Inner Balance's Oestra Cream is the 6th and the latest company that I've signed up to become a patient so that I could try their Oestra Cream. Even with trying many of the larger, well-known online HRT companies, I've yet to find the one that really helps with sleep, at least for me. So when I learned that the Oestra Cream is to be applied vaginally and that it helps specifically with sleep, I was very intrigued. All of the other products I've tried so far were either topical creams, patches, or tablets. So getting all of my HRT vaginally, well, that was new for me. So I created an Inner Balance account, which was free, provided my payment method, and then took their 5-minute quiz. They asked for my state driver's license to validate my identity, and once that was complete, I got a confirmation that my prescription was being written and would be sent to their partner compound pharmacy and then sent to my front door. When my cream came, my directions said that I was to apply 1 pearl-sized pump of cream daily to vaginal tissue using your finger. It doesn't need to be inserted deeply, and then absorption through this tissue supports whole body hormone balance, at least according to Dr. Sarah. So quick note, I struggle with using my finger for application, so I did choose to purchase disposable applicators as I wanted to ensure I was using the product as intended. I knew for me, it would just make the application process less stressful. I've always struggled with vaginal cream application, and I didn't want to get this one wrong. It was just a personal preference for me. So both of these two HRT companies, Winona and Inner Balance, have created a business model that does not support the use of traditional medical or prescription insurance. In other words, they don't take insurance. Both of them prescribe bioidentical hormone replacement therapies, which include ingredients that have been approved by the FDA. However, because the dosage and or the administration of the product is outside what the FDA has approved, prescription insurance will not cover Winona or Inner Balance HRT products. Okay, so let's talk about insurance for a minute. If you are specifically looking for an HRT provider who accepts medical and prescription insurance, I would try MyMenopauseRx. I will put a link to their website in the description below. They have a brick and mortar practice in Illinois and also offer HRT care via telehealth. They accept many larger well-known insurances and will write FDA-approved prescriptions that are covered by insurance and can be picked up at your local pharmacy. Up until a few weeks ago, when I started Inner Balance, I was on an estrogen patch, progesterone tablets, and estriol cream, all prescribed by MyMenopauseRx. Those prescriptions cost me about $36 per month using my employer-provided prescription insurance. I also had to sign up for the discounted self-pay consultation fee of $99 for my initial consultation because my insurance wasn't one they took. And then quarterly, I also still pay $99 per consult for refills and follow-up care. If they do take your medical insurance, you'll likely not have the consult fee like I did. So hormone replacement therapy prescriptions that are approved by the FDA will likely be covered by your prescription insurance. It's only the compounded HRT and custom doses that are not covered by traditional prescription insurance. Okay, so now back to Inner Balance's Oestra cream. So it is $199 per month for the first 6 months, and then it goes down to $99 per month starting with month number 7. They bill you monthly, so you will have to put a credit card on file. And just know that Inner Balance doesn't accept HSA credit cards. As a comparison, Winona's Estrogen Progesterone Cream is $89 per month, and I was able to use my HSA credit card. So Winona sells their prescriptions in 3-month supply, and you pay for all 3 months at the initial purchase. I'll put a link in the description that will give you 15% off your first Winona order should you decide you want to try them. Every single HRT product I've tried relieved my symptoms of night sweats, hot flashes, and the moodiness. And then once the night sweats were under control, of course, my sleep was better, but gosh, just not like it was in my 20s. Man, do I miss being able to sleep through the whole night. I had just resolved that I just wasn't a good sleeper any longer, and it was just part of getting older. It wasn't until I started using the Oestra cream by Inner Balance that I realized just how disrupted my sleep had been. About a week in, I noticed a surprising shift. Roughly 30 minutes after applying the cream, I'd start to feel noticeably drowsy, and falling asleep became effortless. Even better, I was staying asleep through the night with fewer wake-ups. For that alone, Oestra earns a big gold star in my book. So between these two, choosing a clear winner isn't really all that easy because each has features I really like, along with a few areas that could use some improvement. So let's talk about how you get started with each one. So both Winona and Oestra are simple to get started. No doctor consultation or upfront fees required. How about we compare the cost? So Winona's Estrogen Progesterone Cream is $89 per month versus Oestra's cream is $199 per month for the first 6 months, then $99 per month starting with month number 7. Over 12 months, that averages out to $150 on average per month, so almost double of what Winona's cream costs. How about payment options? So Oestra does not take an HSA credit card, but Winona does. That might be important to you. And then how about that whole application method, right? So Winona's topical application, quick and hassle-free, whereas Oestra's vaginal application, that could take some getting used to, but of course it's manageable over time. And then there's the sleep benefits. So Oestra delivered the most noticeable improvement in my sleep, which has been the biggest win for me. I'll continue to use Oestra for the next 6 months and report back. I'm also going to begin researching to find my next online company that I can try to further explore more options for you. As you research HRT, you'll learn it's not just good for menopause and perimenopause symptoms, but good for our brains, our bones, and our heart. Be sure to refer to my Hormone Therapy Hub website to find lots of good information on HRT, weight loss, and skincare. If you have questions, feel free to email me at peggyb@hormonetherapyhub.com. Oh, and if you have an HRT brand you want me to consider trying, please put that in the comments. New companies seem to pop up every week. Thank you, friends, and I'll see you on the next video.